Hey, what's going on, guys? Mike here from Arizona, and I'm actually doing this video right now just because I think it's an important thing and an important step about going about having a reef tank or even a frag tank or anything like that. And I would say when you get something new in the mail or from a friend or from whoever it is, a frag swap or anything, I would say no matter who it is, and let's say they take all their precautions as well, it's still not good enough, guys. You want to be sure that you're not introducing any new pest into your tank. So what I have here is coral cleaner, this Revive from Two Little Fishies. And what I do is I add about a liter to a liter and a half of water, and I do about 1 capful of Revive. And the reason why is because they tell you to do about 3 to 4 capsules per gallon. So I'm basically just dividing it up, and this is what I basically thought was a safe amount for the amount of water that I have in here. Now it's salt water that I put in there, not fresh water. I always shake up the bottle first. So I'm adding that in there. Once that's in, I am gonna get my turkey baster, which should be, here it is, I just saw it. My turkey base is here. And give me a second, I just dropped something in my tank. It's just a cap for this cup, no problems. So I'm just gonna take this and I'm gonna squish it around here. Make sure this gets nice and stirred up. And voila. Now I have a good mixture of the Revive in there. And you'll see in a minute why I use Revive. Now, I'm not saying that what I was sent has pests on it, but just to be safe, because even if you can't see them, doesn't mean that they're not there. Okay, so I have 2 zoa colonies in here, and as you can see, there's like little things running around, coming out of these colonies. Now I'm just gonna blast them with the turkey baster, and you can definitely see stuff coming off of here. Now these are just reef arthropods. They're harmless, but what I'm really trying to do is get nudibranchs and possum flatworms off of here. And again, I'm not saying that these have any, but you just never know. Oh, there goes something big that just came right off. This is actually a Bristol worm that fell off. So that's another reason, again, why you dip. Let's see here. Let's try hitting this one even more. And the more you hit them, the more things fall off. Remember, these things, you know, they come from the ocean and they have little organisms living all over them. And if you're in your tank, there's nothing that eats those organisms. And when nothing is eating your organisms that are in here, they can thrive in your tank and cause havoc on your other corals. So as you can tell, there's been quite a few things that have come off. This is actually, it's either a Bristol worm or something else, but again, something I don't want in my tank. The arthropods, I really don't care. But either way, I have my own arthropods in my tank. I don't need any extra ones. So this is set up for about 2 to 3 minutes where I'm gonna be doing this. And it should take care of any pests that are on these things. The only thing it won't kill is aptasia, so I'll have to check to see if there's any aptasia on here, because if there is aptasia on here, I'm gonna have to either try to cut it off or use Aptasia X or something to kill it. But yeah, that worm, I definitely did not like the looks of that worm down there. It's already curled up and dying, so. Even more stuff. Actually, I think that might have been a flatworm that came off. Alright guys, so look at all of this stuff that came off of those zoas. Like, look at that. That's definitely an arthropod. So are those guys. But this guy right here looks like a Bristol worm, but again, these guys have been known to get big. They can sting you if you touch them. There's a whole bunch of stuff that can go wrong when you touch them. So definitely something I don't want in my tank. Don't want it, and that's the reason right there while you dip. That is the main importance, because granted, yeah, none of these things really are harmful to corals. They can, however, that's interesting right there. They can, however, hurt you if you go to touch the corals. Not the arthropods so much, but these bristle worms. But again, we never know. We can definitely get flatworms and other stuff that could spread around and hurt your corals. Alright guys, well that's my video today. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Talk to you later.